Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk to you about the time I got neglected in school. In my school years, I've been to 3 schools. I've been to this school named James Waterando, this school named Arrowhead, and my last school, Ivy Mott School. Now I'm going to talk to you about the time I got neglected in Arrowhead School and everything like that. I'm talking about this because I want other other caretakers of students of kids with special needs to basically take this in consideration and and monitor in schools wherever. So anyway, so I started at Arrowhead. First of all, Arrowhead is in school, so I'm not going to tell y'all real it is. Y'all got to look it up your own. But anyway, I started at Arrowhead when I was 7.5 years old. Because when I was 5 years old, the first school that I ever went to, which was the best school, let's be honest. But the school I ever went to, they basically kick students out when they're 5 years old. So I basically got too old for the school because I was 5 years old. So anyway, my mom decided to homeschool me went for 1 year. But before I got homeschooled, the teachers at my first school said that you can go to this particular school, which was Arrowhead. And my mom said, okay, let me think about it for a year. And in that year, she homeschooled me. But she got in trouble. I'm going to explain that in another video. But she got in trouble and she couldn't homeschool me no more. So she had to put me in an real school. So the school I went to was Arrowhead when I was 7.5 years old. So when I started at Arrowhead, it wasn't good. It was not good. First, okay, the school is in public school. It's not. So that's what many people get kind of confused about when they see the school Arrowhead. So many people think that it's in special education school. No, it's an public school that has public education classes in it. So to me, I say it's in public school. That's not for students with special needs. It has special education classes and a special education department. Yeah, so anyway, I went to that school and for 2.5 months I was neglected of learning, meaning that for 2.5 months I wasn't learning in I wasn't learning in the same room as the other students. So okay, in some special needs classes, they have you have a classroom and then you will have a little room inside the classroom. Now, that particular little room that we had inside the classroom was I was put into every day for the last 2.5 months. Excuse me, really for no reason. First, okay, first thing that I was thinking was, oh, I was taking a test. Because tests takes long time and you need to be away from other people to focus on the test. So first I thought that I was put in this room to take in tests to basically see where I was at, to see where my math level was at, reading level was at, and everything like that. So that's why I didn't tell my mom and everything like that. So then uh it went from okay, this how it went. Okay. It went from a teacher off and on handing me papers that they was working on and that they wanted me to work on, to it went from that to no one was handing me work. I was basically having to occupy myself in the classroom, in the little room inside the classroom. I had to occupy myself. And if you're listening and y'all will probably say, oh, that's awesome. It's like you come to school and don't have to work. It's awesome. No, because it wasn't awesome. Because they shouldn't have done that. I should put in the classroom with other students and I needed to learn. But in fact, they wasn't teaching me. I was in an basically cubicle. Everything is shut. No windows was in there. The door was always shut. It wasn't locked. No, but the door was always shut. It wasn't windows in there. It was a window to see out of the classroom, out to the classroom, but those always was put down. And everything like that. So I was thinking that this was odd. I was thinking that this was odd, but I really wasn't fully thinking that this odd, this not what. So anyway, I think after 2 weeks, I told my mom, and my mom thought that it was I do, but just like me, she thought that I was getting tested, do what level I was on academically. Oh my God, I can't say the word. Academically. Mm. And anyway, I thought that I was in that room for that, so I wasn't bugging about it. And my mom slightly thought I was in the room for that, but slightly not. So she one day showed up to the school unannounced because like she knows school system and what they trying to be hiding. And so anyway, my mom showed up to the school unannounced, and she saw what I've been telling her. She saw me in a little room in a classroom, not doing nothing, not having worksheets, and not doing nothing. No teachers was in the room with me, giving me work or giving me instructions to do this or to do that. And one, it wasn't no windows in there, and two, the window was looking out to the classroom part always was closed. So I couldn't do nothing. And the door was always closed and whatever. So my mom didn't like the state I was in. Because like my mom saw me and see when stuff is weird that I don't know about or I don't understand, I I have this concern look in my face. And my mom obviously didn't like how I was stuck in this little cube of a room while everyone else was learning and laughing and learning. I wasn't even learning. Like they was like handing me worksheets for a good week, and after that they didn't do nothing. I was in that room for a good week before my mom showed up unannounced. Now, why? Now I know schools around here, whatever, say do not show up unannounced if y'all need and question, ask, if y'all want to come in, whatever, call us beforehand. That's not for safety reasons. That's for them to fake and hide how they really treat the students. Now, most of the time, these schools, they treat every student equally, every student with respect, and every student good. But most of the time, they don't treat us with respect. They don't treat us good. And I'm not saying do like public schools with quote normal students. No, I'm talking about special needs schools with special needs students, because most of the time teachers do neglect people with special needs, students with special needs, and most of the time they do take advantage of us. And that's why they say, if y'all need us to, if y'all want to come to the school, whatever, call us beforehand, because if you call beforehand, obviously they will let the teachers and other people that work with the child or children, students, do scrutiny activity. Be nice. So anyway, after my mom saw me in that state, my mom got mad and took me out, and then she took me out, and she was kept on asking me questions while she was contacting her lawyer, and she was asking me questions like, was someone teaching you, or was you in there alone? How long you was in there for? Do you did you ever come in the classroom part? Whatever. So she was asking me questions and reviewing those questions to the lawyer. So anyway, my mom hired two private investigators and to follow me on the bus to school, at school, and on the bus home from school, because I was having trouble problems on the both and on the bus both ways to school and from school, and I was having problems in the classroom. And yeah. So anyway, for 2 whole weeks, after that private investigator came, everyone was nice. The teachers and the other students and the teacher helpers was all nice to me. All nice to me, and I really got scared because I wanted to know if the private investigators knew how they were faking, how they were like really faking. So I got worried, and then after the 2 weeks, the private investigator basically said that we're going to start coming to the school unannounced, meaning that they wasn't going to call them for them to quickly change up how they was treating me. They wasn't going to do that. So anyway, the whole week after that, they was coming to my school unannounced. And then one time they was just coming to the classroom, and the teacher screamed at me for literally no apparent reason. And then they came in when she was yelling, and I was so happy. I was so happy because anyway, yeah, and then she tried to, the teachers and the other students tried to be so nice to me, but their fakeness was showing. So anyway, I was finally out of that room, and not just I was out of that room, I was out of that school. Yeah, because my mom was my mom was keep on thinking about why would they kept me in a room isolated by from the other students, and they wasn't basically giving me no work. I basically had to just sit there, stare at the walls for all day long. And you're talking about like 8 hours staring at the wall. No fun. So my mom um found me another school, which was Arimat School. And but before I officially left, I celebrated my ninth birthday there. And it wasn't good, but I celebrated my ninth birthday there. I didn't want to, but my mom said since it's the last few days at the school, how about you celebrate your birthday? So I celebrated my birthday, and every those last days of me being at that school, people were sending, giving me cards, 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 goodwill wishes, good luck at the new school, whatever. I threw all those cards away. Like, anyway, I can't show y'all what cards they gave me because I threw it all away like a week later. And you'll probably would say, that's mean. But y'all don't understand. Like, they was mean to me. The students was mean to me. The teachers was mean to me. I was, yeah. So anyway, and then on my last day at the school, I remember this. A boy, I'm not going to name his name. I know his name. His name stuck to me to this day. I know his name, but I'm not going to say it just in case he's watching. Who knows? So I remember we was in a line getting ready to go to recess, and he say, go away to get out of here. We don't even like you. We don't even want you here. And I'd say in my head, like, the day before, you wrote me good letters, good luck, and now you're saying that. So anyway, the week after I left that school, I threw the whole cards away. and everything like that. So anyway, I'm happy that I made this video to basically tell I made this video to basically tell y'all that is to basically keep an good eye on the special needs kids when they going to school, because you don't know what they're doing at school to your kids and everything like that. So I was basically in that little cute room for over 2 months for no apparent reason. So I just wanted to make the video to warn people. So anyway, I hope y'all like the video. Like, comment, subscribe.